verbal riot.
What's happening, you guys? Welcome back to Verbal Riot. And I'm afraid I got some sad news for y'all, man. Your favorite show, the show that you guys cheered on and watched week to week to week, The Acolyte has not been renewed by Disney Plus. That's right, man. Lucasfilm decided to pull the plug on America's favorite show, right? The show that all the critics gave these great reviews to on Rotten Tomatoes, and all the Disney enthusiasts on YouTube were promoting or touting as their greatest show ever. For some reason, I don't know what that reason is. I mean, could be the ratings, could be the money that was spent. They decided not to continue on. I know, it's a blow. It's a blow. It hurt me when I saw this, and I had to even do a double check and do some research to make sure that the news was true, because this is heartbreaking stuff here, guys. I mean, we are losing one of the greatest shows to come out of Lucasfilm since Empire Strikes Back. But you know serious, I don't want to gloat, I don't want to make this petty, but let's talk about it. So just an hour ago, I was getting ready to make some lunch, kind of a late lunch for me, but I it's California, man. We don't do breakfast here. So, but yeah, I was getting ready to make me a little food, and I happened to come across an article that said the Acolyte was canceled. And this is coming from Deadline. So they're a fairly reputable source. And yeah, I looked around, the rumors were true. The Acolyte, the show that we all love, the show that we watched week to week and gave our reviews, and Leslie Helen's brainchild, right? Canceled, done. And let's see what Deadline had to say about this. Because guys, I'm literally just getting this news right now, so I'm reporting it just as it comes in. So again, I still have a lot of shock in me. Not really. Uh, I have some shock that Disney didn't decide to carry this on. Actually, no, I do have some genuine shock, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But let's see what Deadline had to say. The news is not entirely surprising. The Acolyte did okay with the critics. Yeah, I know it did. With 78%. Well, it was a 99% at one point. So, with 78% on Rotten Tomatoes, but divided Star Wars fans, which reflected in its overall viewership. Yeah, no shit. Driven by interest into the venerable franchise. What interest? The Acolyte got off to a strong start when it launched June 4th, with 2 episodes generating 4.8 views in its first day on the streamer, to rank as the biggest series to premiere on Disney Plus this year. Let's carry on. The tally rose to 11.1 million views globally after 5 days of streaming, corroborating Disney's data. This series made its debut in the Nelson's top 10 original charts in its premiere week on November 7th at 488 million minutes watched or viewed, climbing to number 6 the following week. But but the Acolyte cannot sustain the momentum, dropping out of the top 10 in week 3. Gee, I wonder what happened in week 3. Why week 3 did it drop? What episode was that again, where it lost its momentum? Oh, that's right. The lesbian space witches. The chant, right? The chant that we all know by heart at this point. Power of one, the power of deuce, the power of many. Oh man. So that's when people dropped off. Okay. Let's keep reading. And staying off and staying off before returning, so people just dropped out until returning at number 10 after the release of the finale, cuz people, we as human beings have a morbid curiosity to see how things end. right? For good or for bad. 355 minutes, believed to be the lowest for a Star Wars series finale. Again, man, who is surprised by this? Who was surprised by this? I mean, I will say I am a little surprised in the fact that I don't ever expect Disney to learn their lessons. I don't. I expect them to even when failure is in their face, they will stand their ground, right? They'll lose billions before they admit that they're wrong. And Leslie Headland, oh, I just remember the smug laughing, right, with her and her little Muppet most co-star Amanda Stenberg, right? All that maniacal laughing at the fans at how nerds are gay and all that BS, right? They were so smug about it. And now, from what I've seen and read and heard, Amanda Stenberg is crying about this, blaming us, blaming toxic males for her failure. And Leslie Headland, I look, she never cared about this stuff. Guarantee you, she's moving on to something else to ruin, right? I mean, that's the thing. That's the thing with these people, man. They don't care about this stuff. They'll ruin the franchise and then move on to the next thing. They don't give a damn. And all this has done really is kill Star Wars. Now, what's funny is, they got the Skeleton Crew coming up very soon, their next uh Disney Plus series. And they got to be shaking, man. They got to be shaking scared at how well or how bad that's going to do based after this. Oh, because believe me, I might be getting this video out early ahead of most YouTubers, but they're all going to follow suit. There's going to be 1,000 videos on how bad Disney failed and dropped the ball on this. This is what happens though when again you hire activists instead of talent, instead of writers, instead of real actors, instead of real directors. And Kathleen Kennedy won't learn her lesson. She'll continue on because she has nothing to lose. She has nothing to lose. Iger won't fire her. She's untouchable. So she's fine with killing Star Wars.
The worst. She's the worst in the world.
She's the absolute worst. But that's neither here nor there at this point. The point is that thankfully, see, I've already checked out of Disney Plus. I don't even have Disney Plus anymore. I got rid of that a long time ago. So I won't be watching the Skeleton Crew or anything else coming out of Lucasfilm. But I gotta say, for you guys who held on hope, for you guys who can't let Star Wars go, you're the ones I feel bad for, man. The shields out there, look, as long as they're making product, as long as they're making content, the shields will get behind every single project that comes out of Disney Plus, out of Disney. So they're not going to have anything to say about this, even though they made a complete ass of themselves during the Acolyte, right? Making cringy videos about how united they are and how real Star Wars fans love all Star Wars, right? Guys like Kyle Katarn, shields like Heroes Reforged. Oh yeah, I'm calling people out by name at this point. I don't give a. I don't care. I'm watching my language. I'm watching my language, y'all. But I'm calling these people out. Oh, and there's a ton more. But they're not going to talk about this. They're not going to talk about the fact that the Acolyte was canceled. They're going to move on to the Skeleton Crew and make more cringy videos about that. Look, man, you can only lose so much money, right? Guys, the Acolyte costs $180 million. $180 million for that tripe. And Disney doesn't care. Well, I guess they cared enough to cancel season 2 because, you don't want to lose another $180 million. But they'll lose it in another way. They'll probably lose it on the Skeleton Crew. They just won't lose it on the same thing twice. But they'll keep losing money. And I'm not gloating. I just think it's funny that they actually have to print this. They actually have to make an announcement that there wouldn't be a season 2, even though all of us knew in our heart of hearts, we knew there was no way in hell there was going to be an Acolyte season 2. We knew this. But there you go. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I just had to kind of get this video out real quick because like I said, I don't do Star Wars reporting. I'll talk about certain news involving Star Wars or Disney. But as far as like watching the shows and talking about those week to week, unless I'm on somebody else's show, that's not going to happen. And even like for the Skeleton Crew, I'm not even going to be talking about that on other people's shows because I'm not watching that at all. I paid my dues. I watched the Acolyte. Again, I don't have Disney Plus. I saw it through other means. I'm not going to say what those means are, but I'm not even going to make that effort at all for the Skeleton Crew. Anyway, y'all, that's it for me, man. This is going to be a short video. There's no point in me, rambling on, and there's no point in me, sticking the knife in any further. Trust me, there's going to be tons of YouTubers who are going to do that for the rest of the week. Okay, this is just Monday. I guarantee you by Friday, there's going to be about 1,000 videos on the fact that the Acolyte's not getting a season 2. Anyway, guys, love you so much. I will be streaming live on Wednesday at 5 o'clock, and I hope you guys join me. I'll talk to you soon.